Have you ever thought about opening your own mobile cart or kiosk business? Maybe the facility you manage could establish new revenue by adding coffee, food, or retail services. Cart King International can be the answer to your needs. Cart King is a North American designer and manufacturer of the finest mobile coffee, food, and retail carts and kiosks. Cart King has been working with clients and corporations across North America for 20 years, providing innovative designs, custom manufacturing, and timely delivery. Carts and kiosks are fun, and so are the dozens of designs on our website. Please visit us today at www.cart-king.com or just call us at 1-877-986-7771 and get your sales rolling.
If you find yourself in need of legal representation, it can be a very stressful time in your life. In my career, I have dealt with thousands of lawyers, I've dealt with thousands of law firms, and I can confidently recommend to you Keith M. Davidson at kmdlaw.com. Available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just log into kmdlaw.com. That's kmdlaw.com. Or you can call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. That's 833-4KMD-LAW. Personal injury, wrongful death, STDs, sexual assault, car accidents. They handle it all efficiently and professionally. It doesn't matter how imposing the opposition may be, because the team at kmdlaw.com are battle-tested and fierce. They will not stop until justice prevails. Go to kmdlaw.com or call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. If you're in for the fight of your life, stop screwing around and contact KMD Law. PureSoapFlakes.com, 218-568-2525. Have you ever heard of Castile Soap? Pure Soap Flake Company handcrafts fine soap bars, laundry powder, and concentrated soap flakes using organic vegetable oils from their northern Minnesota facility. Bathe your body and wash your clothes with pure soap products that are free of fragrance, GMOs, palm oil, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic additives. Keep it clean, folks. Pure Soap Flake Company products are kind to living creatures and sensitive skin, safe for drains and waterways, and work great in high-efficiency washers and top and front-loading machines. They have a little promotion going on. Contact them to order some soap. Mention the Opperman Report. You're going to get a free gift. They're going to send a little extra soap, travel size, soap bars and laundry soap, cleaning soap flakes. I've been using that stuff all day long today. Great stuff. Order today at puresoapflakes.com or give them a call, 218-568-2525, 218-568-2525. Pure Soap Flake Company is a proud member of the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetic Guild. Aquadam.net. Give them a call at 707-764-2119. A flooded home is never easy to deal with. You're left with the mess to clean up, having to deal with the insurance company, not to mention the memories that are lost that you can never replace. To those who live in flood-prone and hurricane-prone areas, which is just around the corner, prepare now. Hurricane season is right around the corner. Visit Aquadam.net to see how they can help you prepare to avoid flood damage this season and every season thereafter. An Aquadam can be another tool in your arsenal to protect your home and property from the floodwaters. A cofferdam, using water to control water, that can protect your home, your business, your church, your neighborhood, like a dam, but without the beavers. Give Aquadam a call at 707-764-2119, 707-764-2119, or look them up online at aquadam.net. They're also on Facebook at Aquadam Inc., or call or email them today. They can help you out. Give them a call. Tell them Opperman Report sent you. Opperman Report, that's 10% off the price to anyone who mentions the Opperman Report.
It's the Opperman Report. Join digital forensic investigator and PI Ed Opperman for an in-depth discussion of conspiracy theories, strategy of New World Order resistance, high-profile court cases in the news, and interviews with expert guests and authors on these topics and more. It's the Opperman Report. And now, here is investigator Ed Opperman.
Okay, welcome to the Opperman Report. I am your host, Private Investigator Ed Opperman. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, if you're looking for me, you want to get a hold of me, you can find me through Opperman Investigations and Digital Forensic Consulting. Almost every time somebody contacts me about PI work, they say, are you still a PI? Are you still doing PI work? Yeah, man, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay. All right, haven't stopped. But you can get a hold of me through my website, emailrevealer.com. And you can actually go there and place little online orders for asset searches and locates and little things like that, as well as contacting me. You can contact me through my email, oppermaninvestigations@gmail.com. Infidelity Investigations, Digital Forensic Services, and Consulting. What else? If you like our show, check out Patreon. We have an Opperman Report Patreon. Put up 8 hours of new content. I got 2 hours going up tomorrow. And then all the content that you hear here Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, goes on there ad-free for as little as $3 a month. People complain about the commercials. You got so many commercials at Opperman. Oh, that's why we hate you. That's why we hate you. I give it 10 cents a day. You don't have to worry about commercials anymore. All right, solve your problem. Throw me a dime. You get free commercial free. Hey, let's see what else. Our archives are always free. Okay, if you're listening, you can hear the show. The show I'm doing right now is live on Friday night. You can hear the sirens out there on Spreaker.com. You go there, and you get an email notification anytime we put up new content. And there's a chat room with all kind of fun chatters and cars racing by and motorcycles. All kinds of fun stuff. Putting up some new content tonight. One show is going to be Grant Stern. And Grant Stern, I've had him on twice before talking about the Proud Boys. He had a little incident with the Proud Boys down in Miami. And also had him on back way in the beginning. We're talking about Rosneft, that Russian oil deal that Carter Page was all mixed up in. And Trump was mixed up in. And, the Steele dossier, we spent a lot of time talking about that. And an incident with the Proud Boys. And I had him come back because Grant Stern is the guy who got Steve Bannon arrested, okay? He was who's that guy's name? Let me see if I can't move this mic around too much, otherwise it makes that big noise. Oh, ouch. Oh, no, all right, hit myself in the head with it. It's not a possibility. Let's see here. It's talking to Grant Stern. The guy's name is Colfage. I think his name is Brian. Yeah, Brian Colfage, who started this GoFundMe to build a wall between the United States and Mexico. It was his brilliant idea. And he started this GoFundMe, and it wasn't even properly set up or anything like that. And Grant Stern started getting these tips from tipsters, telling him, hey, Grant Stern, check out this guy Colfage. He just bought a yacht and $1 million house and a fancy car, and he's living off this GoFundMe to build a wall, man. Check it out. So Grant Stern writes an article about this. Brian Colfage, tries to contact Snopes to have it debunked and say, hey, Snopes, man, this isn't true. Do a Snopes thing that you checked it out that it's not true. Snopes goes to the Attorney General of Florida and checks it out, finds out it's true. And the Attorney General of Florida goes after Colfage. Yeah, who is it? Colfage? Colfage here, and takes him down, and Steve Bannon gets arrested. And Steve Bannon gets a pardon over the weekend by President Mr. Trump, coup attempter. And he's off the hook now, but the Colfage is not. Colfage is holding it back. And it's $25 million he scammed out of people. Never built an inch of wall, I don't think. Maybe they built a wall in his backyard or something. There was some stuff where they had a war with a butterfly refuge, they're putting walls in between butterflies or something. Who knows? Hey, I want to say, too, the title of the show tonight is, what is it? Coup d'etat and my road trip to D.C. Now, a lot of people like to complain. Okay, I should do a whole show about the complaints. A lot of people like to complain because they'll say, oh, the coup d'etat doesn't start till 18 minutes in, right? And that's which is why I hate putting titles. So if you're worried about it, you tuned in to listen to the coup d'etat. It may not happen at all tonight. Okay, because I got a lot I want to talk about. And I'm talking to Grant Stern, right? And it's kind of funny. Two funny things with Grant Stern. One is either the first time or the second time I had him on, there was a thread either on Twitter or Facebook, probably Facebook because we're friends on both. And we're going back and forth. And this is at a time when I was working on the Epstein case, but I wasn't allowed to talk about that. I was hired to work on the lawsuit, the Epstein-Trump lawsuit. And there was some stuff going on, and I was getting pissed off, and I blurted out some stuff that really I probably shouldn't have said, And Grant Stern notices right away. And he starts questioning me. Hey, how do you know this? Hold on. How do you know this? So I just ignored him, man. I couldn't blow my cover at the time. I still haven't told him. I still haven't confided in him. I guess he'd have to listen to the show. I don't think he bothers. But there's that. And then it's kind of funny, too, because when I'm talking to him, the Hunter Biden laptop story comes up. And I said, look, man, I don't mean to throw you a curveball, but I got some incredible reporting on the Hunter Biden laptop, and I still tell my whole story about Keith Abloh. I left out the stuff about JonBenet Ramsey, but I told him I was the PI in that Abloh case, and Abloh got a hold of Biden's laptop, and Abloh wanted $2 million for it. And the next thing you know, there's a raid at Abloh's house. The DEA comes down and shows up and seizes the laptop, and then suddenly somehow this laptop gets over there in Delaware. Okay, now, and Grant Stern was unaware of any of this. I kind of show-bagged him. What do you call it? Blindsided. Let's get the word blindside. But I tell him that. Now, there was another development in that case this weekend, and talking about the President Trump pardons and Rudy Giuliani facilitating those pardons at the request for $2 million. And this is the story that came out of John Kirikawa, who's a CIA whistleblower. I've had him on this show here. We've been in contact on other matters subsequent to that first interview. And I can tell you this, from my research and my investigation into the Hunter Biden laptop, John Kirikawa was present where this whole scheme was cooked up, which was at Bradley Birkenfeld's book debut party, okay? And they were all there. Bo Dietl was there. Birkenfeld, I think, was there remotely. I don't think he's allowed to come to the United States. But Kirikawa was there. Kerik was there. Giuliani was there. They were all there. The gang's all here. And that's where the whole story came out about you can look it up online. Just Google those names and Hunter Biden laptop. You can read the story. That's with open source reporting that's out there that's beyond my exclusive involvement with Keith Abloh that I reported to you in the previous weeks. Okay, so you can check all that out. We have that coming up tonight with the Grant Stern. He's always a good guest. And then we have Polly Franks, who's been friends of mine on Facebook for years and years and years. That's coming up later too. And finally, she wrote this book called Devil at My Door. You can find it on Amazon. And it's a story about her kids were at a sleepover and at the house of Joseph Frank Smith, a prolific serial rapist. And he used a ski mask in Texas and then used a bandana in Richmond, Virginia. And her kids were at a sleepover at his house, and his wife caught him doing something, in no contact, but, in getting ready. And divorced him, kicked him out of the house, and big investigation. So Polly Franks, this is her kids, went on to become a crusader for kids and victims' rights and all this kind of stuff. We have her on the show as well this evening. I got a great show with Brian Gamel, who was one of the British intelligence officers that got all involved in that same thing with the Belfast and Richard Kerr and the Kinkera Home for Boys over there in Ireland and all that scandal too. I talked to him today as well, along with what is this woman's name here? She's a Vegas, Jessie Foster is missing from Las Vegas. She went missing in 2005. Her pictures look very, very familiar to me. And I interviewed her mom. And after I did the interview, I spoke to some people, some whistleblower types. Glendine Grant is the mom. And I spoke to some people, and I think I have some leads on this case here back in Las Vegas. And the main suspect and what's going on with that. So it's been a busy day. Let me tell you, it's been a busy day. All right, did 4 interviews today, okay? 4 hours, plus the hour I'm doing for you live right now tonight. And I'm exhausted this week because of my D.C. road trip. But before we get to that, listen up, guys and gals. We are sponsored by the best hot sauce in the world. Silk City Hot Sauce is made in small batches with pure ingredients. Locally grown peppers are the foundation of every bottle of Silk City Hot Sauce. There are several flavors from mild to wild. You got to see the labels. Each sauce features awesome original artwork. Check out Bobby Biggs Chipotle, Aztec Attack, Badass Jew, Slurp, Mango Madness, Climate Change, Maple Dragon, Killer Hot, and Ghost Whisper. Go to SilkCityHotSauce.com. Enter
Coupon code